today I'm going to be making a really simple shrimp dish. It's just like a Cajun style shrimp with some asparagus and some rice on the side. It takes about 15 minutes, so that's why it's one of my favorites for weeknight meals. So let's just jump right into it. So here I have about a half a pound of shrimp. It's raw shrimp, deveined and cleaned. And here are the spices that I'm going to be using to add to the shrimp. I have black pepper, paprika, onion powder, thyme, oregano, garlic powder, and cayenne. Here I have olive oil, a little bit of extra salt for the asparagus, black pepper, about half of a lemon. I think I have about a half a pound of asparagus. So first I'm going to start by preparing the shrimp. So I'm going to move this over. And the shrimp is really easy. You just take all of these spices that are on the plate and put it into the bowl. So usually I have this pre-made. I just make a really big batch so that I don't have to measure out all the spices every time that I want to make a Cajun style dish. If you just double all of the ingredients, or even triple or quadruple like I do, all of the ingredients, you will be able to make a big batch and have it on hand whenever you need it. I'll put all of the ingredients in the description box below. So now that this is all incorporated, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of olive oil. This is extra virgin. And just stir that up. This should go in the fridge for about 30 minutes. If you don't have time, that's fine. You can just do it right away like I'm going to do. Sometimes I make it ahead, like the night before, and then I just put it in the fridge and it's good for the next day. What I'm going to do is add all of the shrimp into my pan. This pan is big enough to hold the amount of shrimp that I have, which is about half a pound. You want it to be in one layer because the trick to making this dish so delicious is to have a really nice crust on both sides. All of the spices will allow for a really nice crust. So if you're doubling the recipe and making a pound and you have the same size pan as I do, I suggest doing it in batches. Some of you may have noticed that I didn't use any oil, and that's because I already had oil that I put in to marinate the shrimp. If you feel like you need more oil, you can add that, but usually I'm good with the amount of oil that I put in the shrimp. But if you have your heat on medium, you shouldn't need extra oil. The shrimp have been cooking for, I'd say, about a minute and a half. And they don't take long at all. All in all, I'd say that for this size shrimp, you'll need only about 3 to 4 minutes on a medium heat. So once you've turned the shrimp, you can just go ahead and prepare your asparagus. The asparagus will be prepared in the same pan as the shrimp. So as soon as that comes out, you put the asparagus in for about, I'd say 2 to 3 minutes, and then they'll be cooked. So I have a half a pound of asparagus here. I'm just going to cut it about 2 inches from the bottom, and that's just to take off this really thick, hard piece here that no one likes. So then you're left with a nice, pliable asparagus. So these can be thrown out. So this is what your shrimp will look like after about 2 minutes of cooking. I still have it on medium heat, and I mean, they're not burnt, they're Cajun. That's why we put the Cajun spice. It gets that nice crisp crust over it. So don't be afraid if your shrimp look a little dark. It's Cajun. That's what they're supposed to look like. But once the shrimp are done, you're going to want to take just a small end of the lemon and squeeze it over the shrimp. That'll give it a really nice flavor. Don't let it cook for too long, just maybe 30 more seconds, and then transfer it to a bowl. Usually I would just leave whatever is in there from whatever I cooked before, because that gives it flavor. But because this is Cajun and it's a lot of spices, I don't really want my asparagus to take on all of those spices. So I wiped it. I didn't want to use another pan because I don't like to do dishes. So once this is hot, I can add it to the pan. So I put about a teaspoon of oil into my skillet, and I'm going to add the asparagus whole, just because I think it looks prettier. Usually I cut it smaller so that it's easier to eat, but for this one I like to leave it whole. Once it starts to cook, I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. For my asparagus, or for this dish in general, usually I like to use a grill pan, but I was having some major technical difficulties with the pan today. It was just really smoky. I'm not sure why. So I moved to my pan, and that's perfectly fine. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't give it any extra flavor when I use the grill pan. I just like to grill marks. So if you don't have a grill, you don't need to run out and buy one. There's, just use a regular frying pan. Now I can see that there's little brown bits forming on the asparagus, so I'm just going to add a really small pinch of salt and a little pinch of black pepper. I personally don't love black pepper, so I just put a little pinch, but if you like black pepper, then you can go ahead and put as much as you like. Okay, so I forgot to mention that I added a clove of garlic to this. I really like garlic. If you don't like garlic, you don't have to put it, but I just like the flavor that it gives. I used a really small clove. If you only have big cloves, cut in half, use half. Okay, so this is my favorite part, plating. I make this with jasmine rice because that's the best rice, and honestly I could eat it by itself if I had nothing else to eat. So it tastes amazing with everything. It's my go-to. If you, for some reason, don't like rice or you just want to use vegetables, you can just eat it with the vegetables, the asparagus. I'm going to put some of my shrimp here. And some of my asparagus right on top. And that looks about good for myself. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to list all of the ingredients in the description box below. I'll see you on the next video.